let me give you an example, because you've talked about movement within Africa.
Yeah.
Take, for instance, our factory in Nigeria, which is in a place called Igbeshi. It's not far away from Obasanjo's house. We have the factory there. We are only 28 kilometers into Republic of Benin. But Republic of Benin, they don't allow us to take cement into, Benin Republic. But they import from China.
Why?
It's one of the areas that I keep always discussing with my very good friend, Vera. I'm sure she's somewhere here. And I always tell Vera, please, can you make the regional markets in Africa to work before we go to AFCFTA? The CTA is a very, very good, thing to, But my issue is that even if we sign, what about the implementation? We are very good at designing programs and whatever, but implementation is key, which is really missing.
Because we talked about free trade areas.
Yes.
ECOWAS talked about borderless.
Yes.
Region. Is that happening in reality or not?
Well, actually, it's not happening in reality. Because the biggest issue that you have is, allowing movement. Today, if we are going to take cement to, say, maybe Togo, we're going to spend almost a week for just 210 kilometers.
Is it the roads or is it the customs?
It's the customs.
The customs?
Yeah, you sleep in the border when you get there.
Why?
Yeah, because, it's just corruption.
You have to pay in order to get your cement across?
Well, we don't pay, but maybe that's why they're holding us. But even people who are paying, they have to spend that long period of time.
Also.
It's a long process, yes. So I think the CFTA will help us. But I think before we jump to CFTA, we must make sure that the regional markets are working very well.
Right. I think there is some practical issue here which people need to think about. We keep celebrating in Addis Ababa, signing agreements and borders and movement, free movement. And here we have a situation where it takes a week to move goods 280 kilometers between two neighboring countries.
And then your neighbor too will say that, no, don't bring your goods here. I think when you look at it, a place like Republic of Benin, Togo, and Co., they are the ones that will benefit more in terms of this, regional markets. Because if I'm from Benin or I have business in Benin, it means that I don't only have market for 14, 15 million people. I have Nigeria's market, which is 200. You see, because the economic activities of Nigeria is mainly in the southwest, which is 60%. And the Republic of Benin is like part and parcel of that area. I mean, it's easy. My own market, like what I said, it's easier for me to take my cement into Republic of Benin than going to Lagos. They have done this African Union passports.
Passports?
Yes, I carry 6 to 7 passports because of visas. Okay, and even though I'm an investor, but I need visas in almost 38 countries out of 55 or so. So now they have issued us with the African Union passport. About a few of us who've gotten the first.
3 of us.
Maybe 3 or 4.
How much did I have to pay for that?
No, I didn't pay anything.
Come on, I mean, no. But look, I mean, I haven't got one. I mean, I support the African Union. They didn't give me one. You must have paid something for those guys.
No. We got it. It is in Addis Ababa at the African Union. So I've got one. But let me tell you this: the one that I have, I went to South Africa quite okay, and I think
you were carrying a Nigerian passport or South African passport.
No, carrying African Union passport.
African Union passport.
Yes, but this same African Union passport, I'm sorry, since we're all talking very openly, but I was invited by the president of Angola to come and, see him. And, I had to go. Normally I don't travel much during fasting period, but I went. And when I went there, I had to be given visa on African Union passport.
In this trouble thing, I tell you honestly, I mean, I also have, besides Sudanese passport, I have a British passport. I cannot use Sudanese passport anyway for obvious reasons. So I travel with British passport. I go everywhere. I get my visa in South Africa.
If you go to any
because
African
I say here I'm
country-
British, I don't look British, but I have a British passport. So this.
But more, your own is even easier or very simple. I've been to most of these countries where somebody who is my assistant, okay, who take notes in the meeting,
Yeah.
he will be allowed in, and they will not allow me in.
An African country.
An African country, yes.
Okay, thank you very much. I think that's
Well, I think we need political will to be able to implement
Yeah.
most of these things that we're signing. And, I think in Africa, if you will allow British, European, Americans to get in there on visa, having visa on arrival, you should allow all Africans to get in there with no visas. And I keep telling them, I was on a panel with the Prime Minister of, Mali. And I asked him, I said, Mr. Prime Minister, the people who are causing trouble in the other part of your country, did they come through the airports?
no.
No, those guys, they don't need a visa.
Boko Haram, that's